The university has always been a birthing ground for different talents, and the University of Nigeria Nsukka has never been left out of the conversation in any way. From skilled dancers, music artists, actors, models, and all round creatives, there has never been a shortage of incredibly talented acts within the school environment. Combining schoolwork with that intense passion to pursue art and creativity in all forms has always been one of the major conversations within student circles. And in this film, we will be looking at a couple of crossover student celebrities who have been able to reach grand heights in their respective careers while still being very active students. The ever blazing achievements of these young stars has left the rest of us stargazing.
My name is Bram Bete Ogaduma. But my full name is Bram Bete Ogaduma Tamunakwa. I'm from River State, that's my river's name. A lot of people don't know it, yeah. But what people normally call me is Skin or Amani. So I don't want to go into how the name came up or how the name came about, but that's just what people call me, Skin or Amani. I'm a photographer and also a model, a fashion model, a face model. And by God's grace, I'm an ex-UNN student. Prince asked me if I'm a model. I said no, and if I would like to go into the industry, join the industry. I said I've not thought about it, like I really don't want to. So we exchanged contacts and then we started talking. Then after that, my very good friend Bobby Ceezar, one day we decided to talk about it in our mass communication office. So I told him about the modeling stuff, and he was like, "You make a good model," and all the vibes and everything. He encouraged me and everything. Yeah, my breakout point, everything started. First of all, I have to give a shout out to ASU and FG for everything. Honestly, I'm really grateful for that. During the ASU strike, I got an invitation for the Model Look Africa. So I decided to try it out. Then, from there, the voting, everything. I didn't even know I would make it to the top 20, those that will be heading to Lagos for the camp and everything. So all of a sudden, I saw my name. After everything, I saw my name at the top 20 that will be heading to Lagos for the boot camp. So that was where at Lagos, everything changed. I met a lot of people, different kind of shoots. After the competition, yes, I didn't win. But regardless, I didn't give up. Some others left because they thought that after the competition, nothing else, everything was done. But I still stayed. Also, I'm giving a shout out to my boss, Otito Wilfred. Has been really helpful to me. Everything that happened was when I got the gig for Fireboy music video shoot, that I showed video. After that shoot, I think my career elevated, like everything about my story changed. It hasn't been really easy kind of mixing academics with this, because when everything was kind of getting brighter and I was feeling the moment, the strike was called off, so I had to cut short some certain things I was doing just to head back to school. And because of my position in school, I couldn't just stay back and say, let me just come back anytime I want to, but because I was holding the position of the class rep, I had to resume. So that was the reason why I had to cut short a lot of things I was doing in Lagos. Then I headed back to school. But anyways, thank God I'm done with everything. Yeah, I had my moments. The moments that I would say, like, the moments that made me and the moments that almost broke me. My depressing moments when people like, you are kind of this, you are not coming. I will go for casting. I will be rejected, and I will post pictures. People like the insults and everything. It was too much on me. People like, who even deceived you that you can be a model, who even told you can do this. Look at his corner boobs. Guy, you are so skinny. Guy, I can count your ribs. At some point, I was even shy of removing my clothes. I can't even remove my clothes in public. But regardless, I was like, if I don't do this, what will I be doing? So it's my story and it's me. This is me. So I don't think that anybody can do this. You can just say what you want to say, so long as it's not my body. You can just say what you want to say. You just have the right to say anything. So everything will take a time. It's just a matter of time and process. Just calm down, do your thing, and don't look at what people really say. Because surely people will talk and they will say something. But it now depends on you what you will use what people say about you to do. for me, I just use them as a stepping stone and continue what I was doing.
Hi, my name is Edward Okana, and I'm a graduate of the University of Nigeria in Sika, and I'm an actor. I started having interest in acting during my secondary school days, where I see people like Mercy Johnson and some notable actors doing their thing on screen. And I love them. I love the personalities, I love how they do, I love how they acted. And I got interested. I said, I want to be like these people. Yes. And then I started having interest. I started doing things. I joined acting club in my SS2, and then people were telling me that I was good. So then I said, okay, let's see how this goes. But then I had a problem. My mother was not in support of it. She said no, that actors, they are like semi-prostitutes and all that. So I had that limitations. But I would say that limitation cut short when I gained admission into the University of Nigeria in Sika. Yes, I was free from my mom. I felt like I had the freedom, the opportunity to do what I want to do. Then in the year 2019, yes, that was where I auditioned for a film role in a production, Netflix production, and they called me. I went to Oka, I started shooting, I did many films, I've acted with many notable actors like Somadina, actors like Chibueze. I think so far I've shot up to like 15 to 20 movies, yes. And one of the films that I would say got me into the limelight a bit is the one I did with Somadina and Sudiobi. The name of the film is Rebecca, My Love. Yeah, it's a film about love, triangle love and all that. Then, when I did the film, so bloggers were interested in the film because they hadn't seen Sudiobi and Somadina in the film in a long time. So they were interested in the film, they started reposting the film. Of course, with that repost, I was appearing in those postings and everything, and then people got to know about me. I saw that my followers on Facebook were increasing and all that. So I'll actually say that was one of the things that I've gotten into like that. Okay, as a student, it's been really challenging combining this profession, this career and schooling. I mean, I just graduated actually, but I know I was into this acting thing during my second year, ending of second year, third year and final year, and it's been really challenging because of there are certain times where I have a shoot and I've got an exam at the same period, and at the same time I can't just leave my acting because someone said something to me one time, said if you leave acting for a while, like maybe you said you should focus on your school and leave acting for a while, people might tend to forget your face because I'm an upcomer, obviously. I'm struggling to put my face out there. So if I put a bit of my face out there and all of a sudden I stopped just like that, I wouldn't be nowhere to be found again because I'm just starting. So that was a problem. So because of that, I didn't want to just let go of it. I still strived. I know of a case where I had an exam and I had shooting the next day. I wrote one paper. I went to Oka to shoot. I came back the next 2 days to write an exam and went back again to shoot. And at the end of the day, I got A in that course. Then I felt like, okay, I think I'm doing this well. I just have to know how to position things at the right time, know what to do, talk to the right people that will help me. And I would say it's been challenging, but I've been able to control it. I've been able to manage it. Okay, so my advice to young people out there, upcomers like me, or people that are still struggling to even act at all, is don't give up. Yes, don't give up. I'm still growing actually. But I know that I'm better than before. Yes, so don't give up. Look for auditions, look for productions. Go out there, do things, let people see what you can do. If you stay in your house and say, hey, I know I'm talented, people will see me, nobody will see you. You have to come out there and show us what you've got. Yes. And you don't have to let school limit you. You don't have to, because I was in that position, but I still strived. And I'm a graduate, and I'm proud to call myself a graduate.
My name is Onyekachi, the Man of Flames. Graduated from Theatre Art and Film Studies. I do stand-up comedy, host events, and do content creating too. Well, what motivated me? I've always been a funny guy. I've always been the lively person. Even though at some points I'm reserved. Talking about the story behind it is a whole lot. It's a whole lot because I started that time in Onitsha. That time in my class. I was actually popular at that time because of you always want to go and see this funny guy in class that time. I usually watch videos of as at that time it was 90,000 now by Opa Williams. So I used to follow the likes of Maliki, Basket, Mount, Bovi, Acapella, EY. And Aboro happened to be like actually Bovi happened to be like one of my favorites because watching him from extended family to the Night of 1,000 Hours. So I actually wanted to be like them. And then I've always been this funny guy. I've always been lively. So it's more like, and not just me, my father too. So it's more like I commercialized it. Yeah, it's more like I just said like feed into what I know how to do best. You can't count it. I think the challenges that makes you is the ability to be able to withstand the challenges. Gives way. Like you live the life of the phoenix in the process because you fall, you come back, you fall. As long as you don't keep coming back, as long as you don't stay there, that's how it works. But if it's challenges, I've been to my first. When I was the first year, went for National University of Theatre Arts Festival. First one was at UNN. I was the first year at that time, so I was not even supposed to like go, but they were like, okay, this guy, okay, and I went to Benin, and then you know when you want to talk about stand-up comedy in this country, you talk about Gori, because that's where it's like everybody says that's where. Well, I'm actually going to dispute the fact that if I see anybody saying that's where stand-up comedy came out from, I'm going to dispute it because it has already been there. It's just that they are the one that took it upon themselves to like, okay, this is it. This is what you have to. You can hold the mic and then you talk, you know, all this stuff. So I went there to perform. It was not funny because it was not like the vibe I was bringing. Because over there, like you know, when you're performing in the midst of people that already know the art more than you do, so it was so bad. I had to. The jokes were no longer funny. I had to leave the stage. Not like it booed me, but I had to leave the stage because I was sounding stupid. So I just had to leave. Then I came back. Then I started working on myself. Then I started working on my sets. Then I became better. I started to do better. But still, I know that at some point there is a place I'm going to go to, and then I know that okay, my best is not actually good enough. So what I do is I come back, I start working on it again. I start working. So it's like that's why it's a life of a phoenix you live at the end of the day. So there's always been setback. There's always been comebacks.
Hello, my name is Young Annie. I'm a makeup artist and a model also. Okay, so my makeup artist journey started like later this year, but I've been a model since when? I think since 2018. So it started after first year in university, after I got admission in UNN. Everything was going normal. I was just a normal regular student, you know, skinny student. So I think one day I don't know where I was heading to, then I bumped into this guy that he's a model manager. So he picked interest in me. I was like, hey, I like your body, and I have a number. I gave him, then he asked me if I was interested in modeling. And to be honest, I had no interest in modeling as of then. Before I got admission, the whole goal was if I was ever going to entertainment, it has to be acting. I have an interest in acting, even though I never pursued it. Well, I did later this year, but no, I did in 2020. I acted in 2020. Now, back to my story. So I told him, fine, I gave him my number just in case I changed my mind. Then later on, there's this girl in my class, Favour, who was also training with a guy. So the girl was like, hey, Moses told me he met you, blah blah blah. Am I interested? Like, let's go to her. Like, but I'm not interested. She's like, let's just go. So at first, I went because of her. Yeah, she was going for training, so I said just, tag along. I went there. I met the guy. The guy was happy I came, so the training kicked off. He started training me, and he took me very serious. So along the line, I was falling in love with it because I was improving, and people started coming to Manila to watch me. Although then I was shy, but I got better. Then the first place he sent me to was Lagos. He took me to Lagos for an event, Mr. and Mrs. Campus Fashion International. It ended up being a pageantry, and I came out as first runner up. So he gave me this ginger. Okay, you're good. And then for that show, one of the hosts then was Derele Edu. He was very nice, friendly too, and he was like, your work is good, keep training. Then I met other models there, other Lagos-based models, and I liked the experience. Then I also did another show in Lagos, African Fashion Week. That was, I think, December 2020 or 2021. I can't really remember. The experience there too was very nice. Like, yeah, it was good. I'll give you that. It was good. So I look forward to more runway shows. And then recently, I did a campaign shoot for an event that is coming up real soon. The campaign shoot is going to be on billboards too. Yeah, so then I had a lot of challenges mixing it with school and everything, especially this final year. Towards third day final years, most times I couldn't cope with traveling to going to Lagos because most of the stuff I'm interested in was in Lagos, and I can't travel. I'm in school. I have a lot of school works to do. So I went on a break. Rather, I stopped partaking in most stuff. Then in 2020, I was featured in a movie. I was the main character. It was a YouTube series anyway, but it was a good experience too. Yeah. But then there was lockdown, so it didn't really interfere with school. I had time for it. So lately, I've just been waiting to be done with school. Yes. This year, I was supposed to be in Lagos towards the fashion season, but I couldn't go because even though there was strike, I had a lot of things going on with me. So I lost my dad. I had the whole burial stuff to deal with. Then that was when I started my makeup artist career, and I came back to school as a makeup artist. I think since I came back to school, I've done like a couple of jobs for people, and I don't know. Coincidentally I had time for it, but now I'm really not doing anything now. I just want to get out of school and know, okay, I'm done. What's next? So my advice, what I would tell people in school that have a business or a passion or something going on for them, it's not going to be easy. Sometimes you will have to take that break because it happened to me. I looked at some situations. I knew there was no way I can be doing this and doing this at the same time. Looking at the location, most of the locations are different, so it's going to happen. You'll be caught in between having to do this, having to go to class, having to go for your training and this. So this is your priority comes in. I feel like since you're already in school, when it becomes too much, take that break. Just get done with school. You have how many years in school? You just have 4 years of school. Get done with school. Then after school, like if I graduate now and I decide, okay, I still want to be doing this, I feel like then I can create more time for it, because this whole modeling life, it started as a joke. I was bored, it became interesting, I picked interest in it and I went for it, and it went well. So the challenges will come, but you definitely push through.